Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming.
Only chance Kenyans have to change this country because we are
Wajackoya the fifth. Very nice.
Estimating the power of the unknown. My God who works with me knows the answers, and I'm the next president of this country.
always done what I've promised. For the last 62 years I've lived in this world. Whenever I promise you something, I'll do.
Youth washaamua kuwa Wajackoya the fifth. Mimi nishaamua Wajackoya the fifth, okay? 2022 this feature
zungumza hasa hapa ni Mumias, wacha tumsikize.
I'm uncomfortable when it's too close to my mouth. Yeah, my strongholds, in my stronghold, people have not voted since morning. The entire Kakamega County, I'm told, most of the areas people have not voted. Koyonzo, I'm told, is on fire. I've just asked those people to cool down. I've been around most of the polling stations and I've told them to cool down. But I'm very disappointed because if they wanted, the opinion polls have been saying 2%, maybe they meant it. Because why in my stronghold? I have not voted. Please switch off that phone, and if it rings again, I'll send you away. This is very important because I'm addressing members of the fourth estate. Then why should we vote for presidential elections if I'm the only one who has not voted? I'm told Raila has voted, right? Maure has voted. I've just spoken to him to congratulate him. Ruto has voted. Wajackoya has not voted. Why? Is that really something that somebody has to question? Why Kakamega County? Why Matungu Sub-County? Why? What are these people afraid of? Why couldn't they test the kids? Why couldn't they test the kids? Does it mean if I don't vote, votes will be counted? Or do they want us to go to court? Go ahead, journalists. I'm not really happy, but what can I say? I was supposed to fly back this afternoon. I have to buy another ticket. And you know, from here to Kisumu is very far. So,
have you perhaps been in touch with the IEBC officials, and what are they telling you?
I don't need to. Because they were there when you guys were there, telling me, oh, you're supposed to be here, like it's not working. Then I'm asking them, what do we do? At all, you have to wait. My people are defranchised. The older generation have gone home. So we'll come and vote if they make them. Why rig me out of this election? If the opinion polls have been saying 2% and I've got the entire nation with me, probably that's what they want to. But you know what? I stand with God. That's the only thing I can say. My wife here was telling me that, you know what? What God has written stands. Maybe she can say something. Please, let Kenyans hear your voice for the first time. Yeah.
I wasn't really expecting this, but it's very disappointing for the machines to not be working on the day that's most important to the lives of all Kenyans concerned. However, no weapon formed against us, the people of God, the people of Kenyan, shall prosper. That's the ground that we stand on. So you all remain vigilant, remain cool, remain calm, and we'll see this thing to the end. So, thank you.
What's your name?
And I have no mechanical engineering in my head. I've never done mechanics. So even if I go there, I mean, how do I answer that question? You said another attempt. How? I'm not an engineer. If they tell me they're not working, that means they're not working. Why would I go to do another attempt if they're not working? Unless I'm the most foolish lawyer in the world.
In terms of
I've voted millions. I've lost millions of votes. You know, this is the strongest. The Kakamega County has the second largest number of voters in the country. And if you go everywhere I've been in the morning, especially in Muira, in Matungu division. I've been to Bungoma this morning. Everybody's yelling me. Sorry about if I answered you wrongly. I do apologize because I didn't get it right. You are right. But if I lose in my strongholds, what happens?
What is the next course of action for Professor Wajackoya? Because now failing to vote is a very unfortunate thing.
Well, let Kenyans decide and say. This will be the first elections where a presidential candidate has not voted because the government has rigged him out.
Maybe, Prof, you're a lawyer of high standing, and we understand that just the other day, the court ruled that the manual voter register should actually be a complementary one. Why, maybe, what do you make of it that IEBC has not provided that as a complementary?
That's why you see me saying that I'm going to do away with some parts of the Constitution. Now you see the answers. This Constitution is vague, the lawyers are vague, the judges are vague, and had I been given an opportunity, those are areas of the Constitution that you're going to look into. Because what is the alternative? The law, as rigid as it is, gives a momentum, but it also gives an alternative. If you go into the Constitution, they'll always tell you about restraint of speech. You have the freedom to go out there and speak your rights. In the US, the First Amendment rights, and the First Amendment gives you rights to demonstrate or to picket. But because of national security, it also gives you an alternative. So whoever restrains you will tell you, okay, you are not supposed to speak here because of this, but you are giving you an alternative. So coming to your question, that ought to have been an alternative. In case this fails, this is an alternative. Now the Supreme Court judges, and that's why I'm going to sack some of them. Had I been given an opportunity, that is what I was talking about. What alternative has the Supreme Court given to the IEBC? Members of the press, are you getting reasons why I've been saying that some areas of the Constitution ought to be reformed? What alternative is Chebukati given? If somebody has cleverly gone to court and eaten with the judges to make sure that Ruto gets his way, because Ruto was advocating for that, so that they can rig the election. This is how they are rigging the election. Tufanye hivi, Professor ameshindwa kuingia kwa sisi, I've refused to join them. This is an allegation I'm making. And I take it to myself. So do not be responsible for it. Ndio sasa, tukistarve yeye, the way I'm being starved, you'll have no alternative. Now, what if Chebukati came in with the manual, and the court has overruled against the manual? Then I vote through the manual. Will that not be an illegality? Members of the Fourth Estate? Why would I, as poor as I am, as small person as I am, be denied? What was the alternative? And why has the Supreme Court put its nose in an area? And when I speak about corruption in the Supreme Court or the judges, you think I'm a madman. Restraint. Then let's starve them. Then what happens? Look at Kenyans in Australia. They voted this morning. And I was also voted for. You saw the results. Now, if Kenyans in Australia can vote for me the same way they voted for my opponents, and Kenyans in Kenya cannot vote for me, or they can vote for me but I cannot vote. Now, if I go there and stand and say, oh, they have now come back at 8 in the evening, we vote for 11 hours, you think those old men are going to come back?
It the Wajackoya effect.
Kidogo nasikia 1 million Wajackoya, 2 million.
Hey, he must be the most genius I've ever seen in my life.
Kwenye comment hapo na nataka comment Wajackoya the 5th. Kwenye comment section, just give me Wajackoya.